"There's an island close by," said the little mermaid. "Maybe that's where you buried your treasure." So they headed there while Derek took the book and started to read from a story called Robinson Crusoe. He must be a pirate. So who do you think that he might be Robinson Crusoe?
Yeah.
What?
Maybe he has golden.
Because what happens whenever they read a new story?
People
People come out. So do you think that they're reading Robinson Crusoe? Do you think he might be Robinson
because
Crusoe?
they had that thing, and they might say that he might be the person that they're looking at.
Yeah. Okay, so let's find out. When they reached the beach, a very happy man dressed in ragged clothes greeted them. "Am I glad to see you," said Robinson Crusoe. "I've been shipwrecked here for so long. It's very lonely. Would you like to hear a story, Mr. Crusoe?" "Would I ever." How do you think Mr. Crusoe's feeling right now?
Happy.
Excited? Why do you think he's excited?
They've been rescued.
They've been rescued?
Yeah.
And now he has friends. Yeah, what would you like to
Can I
say?
say something about that picture?
You want to see what's on the back of the picture?
No, I said, can I say something about that picture?
Yes.
Why is his eyes like that?
It's because
It's
they're
just the
big.
way the illustrator drew the picture.
Yeah, they're just wide.
He's so excited, you know, whenever you're really excited, you're like, "Yay!" So his eyes are really wide because he finally sees people to save him. Okay, let's see what else happened.
Oh, I remember
Another person came out of the story.
It's big.
Zach took the book and chose a story called Gulliver's Travels. As soon as you know this book? It's a movie.
I see this movie.
Well, what's the movie about?
It's the man. I got a book. Tiny people. He gets lost in the shore, and he gets fainted, and then he's like on the water. Yeah, and then they help him.
And they tied him down?
Yeah, and he says he can help him.
Do you guys remember what the people were called from the movie?
No. I didn't see it. I forgot.
Well, okay, let's look at the text and see if we can find out, okay? So I'll say, they could all hear faint voice being carried by the wind. "Help me, help me!" The voice was coming from a sailor named Gulliver. He was tied down to the ground by an army of tiny Lilliputians. So that's what the little people, you were going to say that?
He helped.
"Shoo, shoo," said Miss Smith. The Lilliputians scattered, and Miss Smith and her class helped untie the man. "Thank you very much," said Gulliver. Then they noticed that the wind was picking up and blowing dark storm in their direction. Yes.
He's gonna help the little people because they're gonna be invaded by a boat.
They are.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going to happen. I think a big storm's
Can I say
coming.
something about this picture? Why
Yes.
he look weird and smudged and his mouth
Because
like that?
he's scared.
And his
Look at his hair. Oh, sorry.
I know.
Look at his
He
hair.
had nails in it.
His hair's tied up.
Okay, let's go. Let's see what's happening. How do you think they're feeling now?
Scared.
Skip, because there's lightning up there.
There is like
And that big thingy.
And if they
Yeah.
sail, they might get.
What to do now, Miss Smith thought. I know. She picked up her incredible storybook and started reading a story called 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. The next moment, the Nautilus submarine appeared by the shore. The hatch opened and Captain Nemo popped out. "Can I be of assistance?" he asked. His voice could barely be heard above the roaring wind. "Yes, a short trip in your submarine would be wonderful right now," Miss Smith shouted back. "By all means, welcome aboard," said Captain Nemo with the wave of his cap.
Essence told me that was me, but it's a girl, and that couldn't be a girl.
It's a girl. No, you couldn't be a girl.
It's Miss Smith.
Oh, that's cool. Once everyone was safely aboard the Nautilus, disappeared below the crashing waves into the quiet undersea world. The submarine glided through the deep blue water. The view from the portholes was spectacular. Do you guys know what a porthole is?
Yes, a portal where you enter somewhere. Like, these are moving.
Everywhere the class looked, there were strange and colorful fish. Nemo gave a tour and explained everything they were seeing. The Nautilus was built to study the world under the oceans and let people know how important it is to the earth. Just then, the Nautilus began to shake
There's
violently.
a monster there. See?
There's a monster?
So,
That's an octopus.
It's an octopus?
no,
What's it doing to the submarine?
it's grabbing the. That's a movie.
It's driving it down.
Is that why it's shaking?
Yeah. Maybe there he's going like. a spaceship.
You think he's trying to eat it, maybe?
That's an octopus. Go look at it.
No, it can't be an octopus.
Can't be enough.
There's it's a cracker. It's a cracker.
Okay, well, let's just see what it is.
That's a shark.
Through the portholes,
She's
the
an
class
octopus.
could see. Friends, can we sit down, please? And catch some bubbles. Through the portholes, the class could see that a giant squid was attacking the sub. It was wrapped its tentacles around the Nautilus and lifted it right out of the water. It seemed as though the submarine would snap like a pretzel. How are the students feeling right now, do you think?
Super scared.
Afraid?
'Cause they might
Relaxed?
It's
Or
an
love?
octopus.
Afraid? Relaxed? Or loved?
It might crack. And
Why do you think they're afraid?
the ship might crack and they might drown in the water and the squid might eat them.
It might snap like a pretzel. Like you said, it might crack.
Yeah.
And then what would happen to them?
They would
They died.
They would die? That is really terrifying. I would be so scared.
Kind of exciting.
Somebody do something, screeched Suanne. Full speed ahead, said Zach, tugging Nemo's sleeve. Captain Nemo cranked up the engines until they roared. The submarine could only inch forward, but the giant squid held on tight. Everyone closed their eyes. Then finally, the giant squid lost its grip and the sub shot up through the water. They were safe. How do you think they feel now? Happy? Relaxed?
Yeah.
So number 2, now we're going to
And
change our
loved.
answer to and loved. Because they're nice and safe, right? Still kind of scared? You're right. I would still be a little scared, shaken up from what had just happened. But I'd be really
like an
happy.
earthquake.
Oh, they're safe.
When the Nautilus surfaced, the storm was over and the sun was setting.
Is that
Miss Smith, the class, and the whole cast of storybook characters assembled on top.
the world?
Is that the world? Where?
Right up there.
This is the sky. They're on the world because they're in the ocean, right? Essence, that's not very nice.
Said the sky. That's the sky.
It was a good question.
He said the desert.
It was a good question because that might be what the skies look like. The sky is the world, so he was right. Because the sky's part of the world and the ocean's part of the world.
He said world.
Okay, let's catch some bubbles, friends. Like that. Well, it's been quite an exciting day, but it's getting late, said Miss Smith. Then she finished reading the end of each story so all the characters could go back into the incredible storybook. When she read every last word, quick as a flash, the class was back at the aquarium, heading for the bus. Zach thought to himself, I'll never look at the ocean the same way again. So all the characters, where'd they go back to?
Inside the story.
Inside the book?
Yeah.
So, how did she get him out of the book?
It's because
she read it.
Because she read it and it's just a fairy tale.
Has that ever happened to you?
Yes.
No.
I comment.
You can imagine it happening?
Me too.
And do you guys think that this could ever happen in real life?
Yes.
That the stories can come alive?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. Sometimes.
Sometimes?
In the future.
In the future, maybe?
In the future.
I don't know. So do you guys know what fiction and nonfiction is?
Yes.
What's fiction?
Non-fiction.
This is nonfiction?
Not fiction.
So
is
what through the text makes us think that it's nonfiction?
because all the stuff that's real and people can
And the cat.
ride a boat
The cat, how
and
he
stuff
talks
can
and
fall
how he
out.
pulls the net.
The cat, how it talks?
And all that stuff really did happen, but it didn't come out the book.
It didn't come out the book?
In like the past.
No such thing as mermaid. But there is such thing as a
Mommy
blue.
did.
There
They're
is.
kind of big.
So maybe
And the mermaid can't get stuck in the stream and it can save the mermaid.
that's true.
And plus, how can she open her mouth while she's underwater?
Well, she's a mermaid. She lives underwater.
Yes,
So
she
how
can.
can she? Oh yeah, you can.
If you watch Pirates
She's
of the
used to
Caribbean,
water.
it's a lot of mermaids in there.
There are a lot of mermaids in that movie.
Person kind of
So we don't think that
It's a
it's
boat
it's a
like that.
it's a nonfiction, right? We think it's
And
fiction.
it's a
Yeah, we
boat
think
like
it's
that.
fiction.
It
It's
be-
fiction.
Because
Because of all the
It's
characters,
like Narnia.
a big boat like that,
Yeah.
and you can't just read a story and the characters come to life, right?
Those are movies. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for reading with me today, guys.